Hey, what's going on, everyone? I figured I would kind of continue the videos that I've been doing, basically kind of just going over the mods that I did on the car and doing a little bit of a review, because I know some of these things people always ask questions about, so I figured I might as well kind of just do some quick videos on these and just share my thoughts and what I think of them. And yeah, so anyone watching can get an idea if they're interested in any of the mods that I decide, or the videos that I decided to make on the modifications I did to this car. I figured tonight I would talk about the steering wheel. Um, I got a few different things on the wheel, but obviously the first thing you notice is the actual steering wheel. This is made by Subispeed. It's the PK style, so it's all Alcantara. It's really nice. It's got the red stitching, the red stripe at the top. There's actually a lot more finger grooves for your hands, especially down here. There's a couple down here for your thumb, and the 10 and 2 grips are much more pronounced than they are in the stock on the stock steering wheel. And it's also it's a little bit bigger in diameter, which is great because I thought the stock one was a little too skinny. And I like my steering wheels a little bit thicker, so this was kind of a great alternative. This was actually released way before the Type RA and now the S209 wheel, which is Alcantara, which I believe it has gray stitch on those and no stripe at the top, which is kind of strange because everything is red stitched in the STI. But anyway, yeah, I absolutely love it. Um, it's been great. I've had this for over 2 years. And it really has held up really well. Granted, I don't eat in the car, and I don't, I'm a pretty clean person, so I'm not sitting here eating cheeseburgers and potato chips in the car and wiping my fingers on it. So as long as you take care of it and you're rubbing your hands all over everything, um, if they're dirty and whatnot. Like, say if you're working on the car or something, you get in to move the car or whatever. I wouldn't do that. I'll either put gloves on or I'll go and wash my hands before I do that. That's just something that I'm kind of OCD, so I don't want to mess up the wheel. But the one thing that I do use to keep it clean, once in a while I'll just go around with a soft toothbrush and kind of fluff up the fibers. I do it every couple washes just to kind of keep it looking good, and clean up any dust or any dirt that's kind of accumulated throughout the weeks of driving. But every couple months or so I'll actually clean it, and I use this product. It's by Sonax. It's Alcantara and upholstery cleaner. All you do is it's a foam, so you just spray it on. You can do it right on the wheel or onto a microfiber or an applicator, whatever you want, and just kind of work it in and then wipe it off, and it really cleans up the fibers. It gets it looking fresh again, and the whole entire wheel looks brand new when you do it. I do that maybe once every 2 to 3 months, depending how much driving I'm actually doing. So if I feel that the fibers are kind of getting matted down a little bit, I'll do that. But like I said, I have this for over 2 years and it looks brand new. The stripe at the top still looks fantastic. And you can kind of notice I do have a couple other things on the wheel. This is a 2017, so unfortunately we didn't get the black trim down at the bottom. It was the ugly silver that they put in these cars for God only knows, but I did the OEM black trim at the bottom. I just think it looks way cleaner. My goal in the interior is to kind of get rid of all the silver and chrome, because even on the exterior I'm not a fan of any type of silver or chrome. I think it kind of cheapens the look. So I went with the OEM piece. Of course, there's a lot of different options out there. There's things you can stick on top of it. And there's you can do a little inlay decal here if you wanted to, but I wanted to go with the OEM original piece. So when I upgraded the wheel, I I ended up getting that piece. It was kind of expensive. I think it was like 60 or 70 bucks for a piece of plastic. Which is kind of ridiculous. But anyway, I'm happy I did it. It looks way better. I think it flows with the interior way way nicer. And it just gives it that kind of extra luxurious look, in my opinion. The next thing I did was the OLM carbon fiber, I don't know, what do you call them, covers. They actually had this piece as well in carbon fiber, and I put it on, I didn't stick it on, but I put it on it, just laid it on there to see what it looked like, and I thought it was just too much carbon. And I think with the red STI and the stripe and the stitching, kind of this black trim flowed a lot better. So I decided to keep it, and I just put these on. And I'm actually really impressed with the quality of these. The weave is really nice. It's actually real carbon fiber, which I was completely shocked about. I thought it was just gonna be some piece of crappy plastic, you know, with some overlay on top. But it was like $120 or $30 for that, which is, I know, kind of ridiculous, but who doesn't like carbon fiber? So I said, what the hell? I ended up actually selling the carbon fiber of this piece for like $70. So I kind of I didn't make my money back, but you know, it wasn't so bad after it all said and done. But they're really nice. It actually completely changes the feel of the wheel. You know, there's the black plastics under there is kind of cheap. So this has a nice, like, smooth, glossy finish. So it kind of just gives the whole entire wheel a much, you know, more expensive feel. It's really simple to install. I'm not really for, you know, stick-on kind of stuff. But, I mean, these things are on so well. I honestly don't know if I ever do sell this car. I don't know if I can even take them off. I probably would have to heat them up, but I would be afraid to actually damage the carbon fiber by heating it up with a heat gun, but who knows. Either way, I think they look great. They fit perfectly. A lot of people had questions about if the buttons were kind of recessed, because like I said, it goes over the buttons, or over the actual OEM covers. But it's actually really nice. It kind of makes all the buttons even. They don't really pop out, so it actually, in my opinion, looks better. And they're not hard to push at all. They, you know, just as easy to push. So I think it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. So if anybody's looking to pick that up, I definitely would suggest it. It's kind of expensive for just a cosmetic thing, but you know, I kind of like the small details. The last thing I did was, I believe I talked about it in my last video or 2 videos ago, about the badge. I had a couple different badges on there, but I wanted something to get rid of the silver trim around it, because a lot of the badges and decals that you can get or that are available, it just covers the actual emblem. The silver trim around it is still showing. So I wasn't really a fan of that. Like I said, I don't like chrome or silver or anything in cars, so I wanted to kind of remedy that, sorry, and get rid of all the silver that I possibly could. So what I did was I took a piece of black vinyl, and I actually put that down first, and I wrapped it around the back or the sides of it. So it's basically just a gloss black badge, and then I picked up a pretty good high quality decal from Pro Stickers, and I stuck that on top, and I think it looks really good. I know it's a very small detail and not many people would notice, but you know, to me, it's those little things. Adding them all together is what counts, and kind of completes the whole look of everything. You know, I kind of obsess about this little dinky stuff, but to me, I think that's kind of what makes, you know, somebody's car or somebody's, you know, whatever that you're doing, kind of makes it your own. So that's what I decided to do, and I'm really happy with it. And it matches the front and the rear emblem as well, so it's kind of ties everything together. But yeah, that's my overview and review of the Subispeed PK style wheel, the trim, the carbon fiber covers, and the badge. Like I said, there's not much else to do on this. You know, there's a ton of other options out there for steering wheels. I feel like everybody's making them these days. You know, obviously you have the ones with the carbon fiber, and you can choose leather and Alcantara, and but I think it looks a little too busy. I'm a fan of Alcantara. I just think it gives it more of a sporty feel, like, you know, in the Porsches and all the M cars and everything. You can get them with the the M Performance steering wheel and all that. So, you know, I used to have an M3, so but yeah, I think it just looks a lot better. I just like the feel of it. You know, obviously Alcantara is way better for, you know, if you're tracking the car or racing in anything, you know, you wear gloves and it helps you grip a lot better. But, you know, whatever. I just like Alcantara much better than leather. Just personal preference. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. And if you guys have any questions on the wheel, where I got anything, just let me know, and I'll send you guys a link or something. And as always, if you guys have any specific video requests that you would like to do, or that you'd like me to do on a specific mod on this car, just let me know, and I'll be sure to take it into consideration and try to make a video. You know, I do apologize. It's kind of boring. That's just in my garage. But I have 2 kids. I'm married. I got a lot of responsibilities. I got a full-time job and everything. So this is the time that I'm able to do this kind of stuff. Kind of just hang out in the garage at night and, and do what I need to do. So yeah, that's it for now. And then I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.